What's going on, guys? I'm with the Moose, and today I'm bringing you another weapon comparison. This time it's the DSR versus the Ballista, or the DSR 50 if you want to call it that. So pretty good comparison for you guys. I hope a lot of you snipers enjoy this, and I have a lot of time with both of these weapons, so I think I'm pretty experienced and can actually give you some insight on which one's better, which one is more effective for which kind of sniping role, whether it be quick scoping or kind of hard scoping, sitting in the back of the map, kind of like an old sniper or like a regular sniper might do in real life. But let's hop right into it with the damage on each of these guns. As you can see on screen, the DSR 50 has a damage of 98 base. So if you hit them in the lower body, like in the legs area or the feet, you're going to get a hit marker because it takes 100 damage to kill somebody and 98 will not kill them. A headshot will get you 196 damage, obviously kill them in one shot. The neck, torso, and arms will also kill them at 147 damage with the multipliers. On the Ballista, it'll be 190 damage to the head and the neck, and the torso and arms will also be one-shot kills. Lower will not be. Now, on the lower arms, like on your forearm, it won't be a one-shot kill, but it'll probably do around 98 damage or so. So even like a pistol shot would kill somebody if that were to happen. So fire rate for each of these weapons, the DSR 50 has a 40 fire rate after the patch. It used to have a 50, so it was much more usable after before the patch, but now it's much slower. It's much harder to quickscope with this weapon because, or at least to feed with this weapon, because the way that you're shooting, the bolt pullback time is much slower now, and you won't be able to shoot as fast with the DSR. The Ballista was also patched recently, but it was only nerfed about 4 rounds per minute because it was at 51 before. Now it's at 47, so not too bad overall. Overall, the patch on the Ballista really wasn't too bad, but on the DSR it kind of hurt it a lot. So if you were really used to the DSR like I was, it takes some getting used to, at least to say the least. Moving on to magazine size now, the DSR has a standard mag size of 5 with extended clip taking it to 7, whereas the Ballista has a standard mag size of 7 while extended clip will take it to 10. Obviously that's much better. The Ballista is better than the DSR overall in magazine size, as you guys can see. Moving on to reload time, the DSR has a 3.29 second reload time, whereas the Ballista has a 3.10 second reload time. The Ballista is obviously better by 0.19 seconds. Overall, it's not too much of a difference, but I would say fast mag is useful on both of these weapons. I think it's a good attachment overall, and for any weapon, honestly. But especially for the sniper rifles, it's very useful. I use it quite often along with extended clip. Either one of them's very good. Last but not least, what level you unlock each of these weapons at. The DSR is unlocked at level 4, so obviously right when you get creative class, and the Ballista is unlocked at level 43. So it's pretty late in your prestige. If you're prestiging a lot, if you keep prestiging, then you probably want to use the DSR more often. Because you'll get it right when you prestige instead of having to wait until level 43. Obviously, you could use one of your unlock tokens when you prestige to unlock the Ballista to override this, but that's just an option that you have if you'd like to do that. If you like the Ballista enough to unlock it more than the DSR. So that's it for the stats, everybody. Obviously, there's no recoil statistic because both of these are bolt-action weapons, so the recoil is basically non-existent. I guess you could get into the nitty-gritty, but honestly, the recoil is almost non-existent, so do not worry about that. So getting right into my opinions on each of these weapons, I think after the patch, the DSR is much worse than the Ballista. Before, I would have said that it's much better because of the fire rate that it had. It really wasn't too bad. Obviously, the Ballista did shoot faster beforehand, but overall, only a 1 rate of fire difference before the patch is not too much of a difference, and it's not enough of a difference, at least for me, to pick the Ballista over the DSR. But now that they've patched it and they've made the DSR shoot at 40 rounds per minute instead of 50, I think it's much worse. It's a lot harder to use effectively, especially up close when you're trying to shoot multiple people. Obviously, for one-shot kills or just one-person kills, the DSR is much better than the Ballista. It has a much better one-shot kill area on the body, whereas the Ballista will get you a lot more hit markers if you're shooting kind of low on their body. The DSR will pick up a lot of one-shot kills, even honestly if you shoot them in the foot sometimes, because they might have been hurt from like an EMP grenade or a stun or something like that. So you can usually pick up one-shot kills almost no matter what, whereas the Ballista is kind of off on that. But yeah, as I said, the DSR was better before the patch. The Ballista is better after the patch. If you're like a quick scoper or something, you're trying to get feeds, you're trying to be in a montage, something like that, I would say definitely go with the Ballista. I think it's actually actually impossible to get a quad feed with the DSR without getting a collateral or something like that. After the patch now, obviously the Ballista, you can still get a quad feed, but the DSR just suffers a lot from that patch that really nerfed its power to be good in a quick scoping environment. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like down below. That helps me out a lot. Leave a comment for which video or which comparison you want next. That will be greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later.